Vitali Klitschko, mayor of Kyiv, Ukraine. Mayor, thank you so much for coming on and sharing some of your time with us this morning. Let's get right to the big news now. Russia has positioned itself to annex the eastern parts of your country with these highly questionable referendums. Many are calling these sham elections. I guess the concern is that Russia is going to use these referendums to potentially justify an attack in the future. What is your response? What is your message to Vladimir Putin?
It's fake. It's huge fake. He's Russian, and Putin tried to legalize his illegal activities right now in Ukraine. This territory is Ukrainian territory, and they make referendum in our territory without the whole world doesn't accept this referendum, and we Ukrainian also doesn't accept this referendum. It's a big bluff and a big fake. Actually, they try to make good face, but at the end.
What does this practically mean, number one, for the Ukrainians in those regions? And two, this is what we saw 8 years ago in Crimea. The Putin playbook on this is clear. And also, to be clear, this is roughly 20%, these four regions that now are going to be annexed as part of this ceremony later today. This is 20% roughly of Ukrainian territory. That's no small area. But for the folks in there, the Ukrainians, what does it mean for them? Because this is an escalation of the war.
Yes, it's first of all, they try to legalize himself, Russians, first point. Second point, during the war, make a referendum. It's no sense, just one sense to try to explain, because the people try to support Russians, and Russians right now support this territory. It's territory, it's Ukraine, and it's no reason to do it right now, referendum, and to do a referendum during the war, it's illegal. We doesn't have international observers. Actually, it's no reason to talk about that because it's totally illegal activity from Russians.
And Mr. Mayor, this move by Putin comes after the Ukrainian military made some significant gains on the battlefield, regaining a lot of territory. You are in Kyiv, which is a location of one of Vladimir Putin's biggest failures. He was unable to take that city. What's the mood like right now there? How are people going about their normal lives? Has any normalcy returned since the war started?
Actually, right now it's in Kyiv much more safety, in capital of Ukraine, much more safety situation than a couple of months before. Thanks for defensive weapon support and anti-rockets weapon, anti-rockets defense what receive our country. We need more, and thank you for that. First point. Second point, yes, of course, the normal life coming slowly back in our hometown. It's cafe and restaurants starting to open, but people feel pretty nervous with last messages from Russia. They explain about the chance to use nuclear weapons. We actually have experienced what we have to do, and in this critical situation, our experience from Chernobyl catastrophe 30 years ago. But anyway, the people still nervous, and everyone talking about that. And yes, of course, as municipal government, we prepare to give the instruction to the people what they have to do, and if Russians use nuclear weapons. But our opinion is big bluff.
And that is really one of the central questions of this conflict, especially in light of Ukraine's recent successes. How far is a desperate Putin willing to go? So you have the nuclear question, the most chilling question, hanging over all of this. But to get back to also something that's been in the news, this pipeline issue as well, now considered sabotage by some. 2 natural gas pipelines that run under the Baltic Sea from Russia to Germany now, big leaks. People believe it was an act of sabotage, that basically Russia attacked its own pipeline because this invasion has created an energy crisis throughout Europe. And this was another way Putin was sending a message that we will try to starve parts of Europe from our precious natural gas supply here. Do you believe that it was sabotage by Russia? And what does that suggest to you here about Putin's mindset?
I'm sorry, you talk about conflict. It's not conflict, it's war. But every war have a clear rules. But in this war, it's not, it's no rules. We see the horrible images from Irpin, Bucha, Gostomel, where killed women, children, old people. It's genocide of Ukrainian population. Putin need property. Putin need Ukraine without Ukraine. And right now, with the Nord Stream, with explosion, I guess it's the interest of Russia, because they try to destabilize situation to make all Europe depend from Russia, from Russian gas, and to destabilize situation, economic situation in Europe.
Are you at all encouraged by the fact that this war is beginning to hit home for Russians? You're seeing one-way tickets out of town in big numbers. You're seeing protests in the street. You're seeing packed highways because fighting-age men want to get the hell out of there before they're essentially drafted into a war that they've been misled about through state-run media and don't want to die in and don't understand why they're there. Do you think there's enough of a groundswell right now within Russia that it would change the course of this war at all, internally, in terms of how Russians feel about what's happening with the invasion of your country?
You know what is very important? It's so many refugees right now from Russia. It's actually refugees from countries who is in the war. So Russia attacked Ukraine, and right now the people don't want to be mobilized and left Russia, try to move from Russia away. But our opinion is the Russian population have to say and give the questions to Putin, to Russia's government, why world companies like Microsoft, like Coca-Cola, like McDonald's, SAP, IKEA, it's many thousands of international brands left Russia. And also, very important question, what the Russian population have to give Mr. Putin. Why my brother, my son, my relative, my friend died? For what reason? And we respect the Russian population gives this question to the Putin and his government. We Ukrainians take responsibility for our country. We defend our families. We defend our children. We are motivated very much, and that's why whole world surprised how tough Ukrainian warriors defend our countries. And its motivation, its spirit is very important point in the battle. We defend our homes, and we win this senseless war. We defend our country. I'm more than sure it's huge motivation, huge spirit in everyone in Ukraine right now. And Russia, yes, of course, try to destabilize the situation in Europe, try to destabilize situation in Ukraine. I told you already, Putin need Ukraine as property, and they told for whole world he tried to be collector of Russian properties. And talking right now about Baltic countries, talking right now about Poland, and yes, of course, Ukraine in his vision have to be part of Russian Federation. Our vision, the sense of this war. We Ukrainians want to be democratic European country, to be the part of European family. It's our wish, which not accepted from Russians. They want to rebuild Russian Empire. We was in USSR, and we don't want back to USSR, point.
That point is being made very clear right now because the resistance put up by the Ukrainian military is nothing short of remarkable. Vitali Klitschko, mayor of Kyiv and head of the Kyiv City State Administration. Thank you so much for coming on this morning. We appreciate it. We'll be right back.
You're watching Newsy. For more, go to Newsy.com.